Hello, if you're looking to buy a semi truck, this is a video for you. I have many years of experience, over 6 years of driving trucks. I have driven all kind of trucks, different trucks, from different manufacturers, and I can tell you which one is the most reliable in my experience. I'm also going to show you the kind of the truck manufacturers, the good trucks that you should buy, and the type of truck that you should avoid, because there are about 6 different manufacturer companies that make a different type of trucks. Each of them are more reliable than others. So, and then also when it comes to the pricing of the trucks, based on my experience, I'm going to tell you what I think, what is normal price within the market range, price, and the price that is outside of the market range, so you can avoid, so you're not paying too much for equipment, even if you're financing. And I'm gonna also at the end tell you how to avoid scams. There are a lot of scams in the trucking industry, and what to look for and what to avoid. And if you decide on a particular trucks that you want to buy, and what not to do, or what to do, or what not to do, there are if someone is rushing you to make a payment or to buy a truck, never buy a truck without having independent mechanic go through the truck, inspect it physically to make sure everything is in its proper place, and also secondary, take it to a dealership to make sure that the dealership goes through and check to make sure these trucks and the engine in this truck is actually supposed to be in these trucks, and that all the maintenance is that's supposed to be made every 50 miles or every 20,000 miles. All the maintenance that's supposed to go along these trucks is being done, and it's being done in a proper mileage, and it's not being neglected. So to look out for yourself, that you're getting the best equipment for your money. And so let's start. For example, this is an example of a good truck with a turbo engine. So this is a Kenworth. It's a great truck. But look what they put in. They put in a Packer engine. Another one, they call it a MX-13, a terrible engine. You never want to buy this truck. Even if the price of this truck is $50,000, I will not buy this truck, even though it's listed for $189,000. The engine is terrible, and it will go out, and even if they have manufacturer warranty, you will not be able to deliver work continuously with this engine, because it breaks down constantly. You pick up a load from one state going to another, you will go through so many mechanic shops before you make to the delivery. So this is a kind of example, a truck that I would avoid. And I think that's kind of that. And look at this one. This is a good truck as well. Well, let's see what kind of engine they have. This is good truck. I mean, good engine. See this Cummins engine. It's good engine. And so let's just show you the good trucks, the kind of truck that I would pick. manufacturer wise. You see, this is a Kenworth. So go down here and check that one, and it's going to show you. See, this is about 6 biggest manufacturers of trucks in that have trucks in the United States. First is Volvo, Freightliners, Kenworth, Peterbilt, International, Mack, Western Stars, and the other little ones, little manufacturers. Most of them are not, you don't see them on the street, but most of what you see would be Freightliners. So what I would, for in terms of the truck, I would pick the most reliable trucks would be Freightliner with the DD15 engine, and I will avoid this one, International. I don't care what kind of engine they'd have. I will never, I don't want that truck or the engine. And if you're doing a dump truck, like a local dump truck, a lot of times they have a Mack, this truck right here, Mack, or Peterbilt. I've seen a lot of those. Peterbilt is fine as well. The thing you gotta be aware of, though, that this is Peterbilt with the common engine, with the Cummins X15 or higher, the engine wise. Anything else, don't buy it. And as far as Freightliner, DD15 or higher, Kenworth normally should not have a Packer engine. So a lot of them, they have a Packer engine. Packer, P-A-C-C-E-R, something like that. Packer engine or MX-13 and anything. If Kenworth should not have anything other than Cummins X15 or DD15, and if it have a Packer engine or MX-13 or anything else, just avoid it. That means they make these trucks, and then they basically cut in the cost by putting in a cheaper, unreliable engine. Most people just look at the truck and get excited and buy the truck and not even thinking about the engine. And then, you know, when it breaks down, it costs them $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to replace the truck, and it's just too much headache. So you want something that's going to be reliable, not just for a couple of months but for years. And you want something that, and if it breaks down, it's cheaper to fix, and that would be Freightliner. Freightliner is like it's like a Toyota or a Honda Odyssey. If you buy anything above, of course, you have to make sure that the previous owner is the maintenance is being kept up. It's not being negligented by the previous owners. But if everything was replaced, maintained, like, you know, oil change after 6,000 miles, but in truck it's like 20,000 miles. But I'm just saying, you know, filters and time belt and things are changed in its interval, then you should not have any problem with Freightliner for 5-6 years before you even ever thinking about changing the engine. I remember in 5 years, in truck years, that is mostly like 600,000 miles, because these things run thousands of miles every week. So, but a lot of times people they forget to change oils or transmission or some other oils that's supposed to be changed, and the engine get burned. It's being negligent, and the damage was left for the previous on the next owner. The previous owner will just set it with the damage history of damage engine because they didn't replace things on time. So so I hope you understand now that the truck that you would gladly buy would be Volvo. Volvo normally have either DD15, which is the same engine as Freightliner. Volvo have make their own engine as well. Either they have their own engine, Volvo, D13 or higher. Yeah, so they're good trucks. The only problem is they don't have that many shops that can work on them in the United States, because this is a foreign company. When you have a Kenworth normally should have Cummins engine, Cummins X15 or higher, okay. And then Freightliner, of course, DD15 or higher, and Peterbilt normally comes with the Cummins engine, X15 and higher. And I will completely avoid this truck at all. I don't care what kind of engine it comes with. Avoid International. International is a garbage trucks. That's gonna give you so much headache. It breaks down every couple of miles. I remember I've driven about 5 or 6 different international trucks. Each one of them have given me a problem. Not just a problem, but also it's very slow trucks. When you're going up the hills, you let's say 40,000 pound. Of course, most trucks are designed to carry those kind of weight. But Volvo, International, is horrible when you are. It's very very difficult to go up the mountains. Very uncomfortable truck to drive. It's just like a pile of junk, and you sit in there, you hear all the doors, even the brand new ones, shaking, like the truck is having some kind of a seizure. It shakes so much, and the steering, the turning radius is overall it's not good. Also, it keeps breaking down for no obvious reason. There was always some blinking lights. The truck will lose power, and for no and it shows a bunch of code, of course, code that you have to take it to the dealership, and it just, by the time the company figure out what's going on with the trucks, you didn't get a chance to deliver whatever you're supposed to be delivering on time. So it cut into your work time, and your company not going to be able to continuously pick up and deliver work without constant breakdown, constant headache, going to the shop, costing money and wasting times, and it's not productive. It's not something that's going to make you money. it's gonna cost you money. You have to pay drivers, you have to pay the mechanic, you have to pay for the parts. So all this, and then you gotta also pay for the times that the times that's being wasted, because all this time that's you're supposed to be used to get a load delivered for work is not spent on this horrible trucks. So I would avoid that. And also you should know that a lot of these trucks, Volvo, Kenworth, Freightliner, Peterbilt, sometimes they shared the engines. You may find a Cummins engine in a Freightliner, as long as it's Cummins X15 or higher. I don't mind. There are some garbage, but the only thing you have to know is though this Cummins engine are normally very expensive, more expensive, the parts more expensive to buy. The cheapest trucks with the cheaper parts is Freightliner. I think the second cheapest is the Kenworth. But for engine, also the cheapest is DD15, which normally comes with Freightliner. Excuse me. But regardless, I would recommend you buy, if this is your first truck, or you just trying to get in, spend as little money as possible and make as much money. I would buy a Freightliner that is no older than 5 years old, with the mileage no higher mileage than, let's say, 400 or 500,000 miles, but make sure and that you check it out before anything. And my second choice would be Kenworth. Kenworth is it's the most luxurious trucks. If you ever go inside the trucks, the design is just amazing. It looks like a spaceship when you sit in the driver's seat and you look at where the cup holders and the radios and all the stuff that is on the dash and the spaces. I just love that truck. But also the engine, you gotta remember, the engine have to be with the Kenworth. It cannot be anything other than Cummins engine X15 or DD15, and it cannot be a Packer engine. I'm gonna show you what Packer engine looks like in a let's say in Kenworth. I mean, yeah, in a Kenworth. So we're gonna pick a Kenworth. Let's say we're gonna pick older Kenworth, say 2020, and we're gonna pick a Kenworth, and then we're gonna pick the engine. So in this one, this is a Packer engine. This is what you want to avoid. Never, if you see that as part of the engine in the truck that you're looking to buy, skip, don't buy it. So I show you. So click on that, and then this. Look at this. It's 149,900. Click on that. Then you go down to the description. And this is what it looks. That's what it says. Transmission makers. That is Packer. Engine model MX13. The same shit. You don't want anything to do with those. And then of course. And then if you look at the engine should look red. The color of the engine should be, oh, I know it doesn't even show the engine. Isn't that amazing? I was hoping to see the hood is not open, so we can't really see that one. Let's see if they show it on this one. This one is able to see the engine, but for some reason they don't open the hood. Why they don't open the hood of the truck? I'm not sure why that is. Maybe we get the oldest truck. I don't know why it's see what I'm saying? See how the inside of the truck, it looks amazing. This is what I'm talking about. You see how there's two cup holders, there's the phone, I put my phone there, and then these things right here, this will show you the speed of the vehicles in the front of you, and it kind of guides. You can put on a cruise control, and this is like a radar for your truck. It will also, if you have a cruise control on, it will apply the brakes on the engine, so it will stop. You don't have to keep on braking the truck to slow down or to speed up. It will just do that by itself. And this one is kind of nasty. The seats, it seemed like, but even the seats look like it's a different color for some reason. But overall, you see how nice it is, how spacious it is. And this is a automatic transmission. How can you tell if you don't see anything down here? No sticks here. Normally the manual will have a stick right there that you will shift it. You will shift, the engine from the gear will be here on the floor. But this one, the gear shift is on a turning signal. See right there, that's how you shift the truck. Some of them they put it right there. Some of them they put it on the dash somewhere, But of course, this one is actually it's not red for some reason. Packer engine is not red anyway. So when you make sure before you buy the truck, you have take it to the independent shop, somebody you can trust, and make sure they go through everything to make sure that nothing is loose. They checked not just the outside external items, each individual external items, but also the high price items that is expensive. Make sure they're being replaced on time, and that if it's original, make sure that there is no imminent issues with any particular item that's going to cost you a lot of money. Well, some of these things are cheap to fix. So like these bars, they're not that expensive. But if you have some of the parts in these trucks will cost like $15,000 to fix, and it's not worth it. And you don't know. Normally, if there is a huge issue with one part of a engine, that normally means there are also the damage is not just limited to that one part, and it's best to avoid that. So take it to the independent shop, make sure that people looked at, and because they work on these trucks on daily basis, on trucks, they know the good trucks, and make sure they go through the engine and trucks physically. And also after this one, take it to the dealership, make sure they run the engine parts, and make sure that the engine is the one that's supposed to be for these trucks, because sometimes people will have brand new trucks with the very old engine that is from like 20 years ago, and if you don't check the VIN numbers compared to this truck, you won't know, you won't be able to tell the difference, and you get scammed like that. And make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be, and it's supposed to be on these trucks. And the other thing, the scams, is never put down any money on a truck. Somebody tells you you have to put down some money, and don't put down any money, because a lot of times these shops, they're never gonna get you the money back if you find there's an issue with the truck and you're not gonna buy it, you change your mind. They're not gonna give you the money back. They will just create problems for you. So don't put down any money down. Don't put any money down. And if they don't allow you to take the trucks to independent shops, that is a red flag. That means there is an issue with the truck, that they're trying to hide from you. They hide from the other people to let you know what the issue is with the truck. And even if also don't take it to the shop that they recommend. If they recommend you to take it to the shop in their neighborhood, don't do that. And also don't let them know that where you're gonna take the truck in advance. I mean, just make appointment with the shops, and then go to the whoever owns the trucks, and make appointment to on the same day. Tell them I have a shop that I want to take the truck to, and then just, it doesn't matter if they go with you or not, but it's better not to let them know where the truck's gonna be in advance, because they can call the shops. You don't know if they know these people at the shop, and they can just call the shop and tell them, hey, I give you $1,000 if you if this guy buys the trucks, and you just tell him everything is good. And sometimes a lot of these mechanic shops, they know each other. They work together to scam the public. So you gotta be aware. I won't even tell the shop that you buying the truck. Just tell them you're doing inspections and for your own, that this is your truck. Or tell them you're a driver or whatever. And I would prefer you don't tell them you're gonna buy the trucks, because you don't know if they know the owners, the company owners, and they're trying to scam you. That's the kind of things I would say. Don't put down any money. If they tell you we already have a DOT inspection, so we already did the inspection on our own shops, and then the truck is fine, buy it from us. We give you the inspection papers. Don't believe them. Don't buy anything from there. And I would say go over the videos and look at the truck that I recommend, and go with those trucks if you are in the market to buy one. And this is really not the time right now. The price of the truck will eventually keep going down because of the way the market trend is been going down for the last 2-3 years, and it's not going to change because the political influence in the country is the same. I think the Biden is going to get reelected, and the market right now, the confidence in the market is very low, and tens of thousands of companies filing bankruptcy, going out of trucking industry. They sell in their trucks because the market rate is very low right now, and it's been going down for years now. I mean, in 2018, it used to be rate per mile, how much a company will pay you to deliver something on the road. I mean, if you pick up a load from a company, 40,000 pound or whatever pound, you pick up something, they used to pay you $4 or $5 a mile in around 2018, 2019. Right now, you're lucky to get you can't even get $2 a mile. And the insurance for the truck keeps going up. It didn't change. It actually doubled. So the cost of the operation is double what it was in 2018. Yet there is not enough work. There is not available jobs that you can do. Sometimes there's too many truck. Also, because how good the trucking industry was back in 2018, a lot of companies, a lot of people got into the market, got into trucking industry, and the industry was essentially saturated. Too many truck company, and in addition to that, a lot of brokers basically went into the shippers. They got a big contract to deliver their load, and then they just resell it for cheaper rate, and things have never recovered since then. What I'm saying is, let's say you have a connection with the companies like CRST, Swift. Those guys, they have like 7,000, 8,000 trucks, or other companies that have thousands of trucks. If you broker, you have these companies that you can use to deliver for a company. So you go to the company that have a load. You tell them, I have 7,000 trucks that I can help you deliver whatever you need to deliver, and then you get a contract from them. Let's say agreeable prices. Let's say $4 a mile contract for 2 years, guaranteed. I'm gonna deliver for you whatever you want to deliver in the United States. So they give it to you for $4 a mile, and then you take the contract and you resell it for each delivery, each time to these big companies. You sell it to Swift, you sell it to CRST, you sell it to JB Hunt, you sell it to all these big companies with thousands of trucks, and you get it for $4. You're selling it to them for like $3.20 a mile. You keep the difference that you make, and then a lot of not only you doing it, there's also thousands of other brokers doing the same thing. It's basically, broker is a middleman between the people that want to ship their stuff. They need the trucks to ship their items, and then the broker is going to the people that want to ship their stuff, tell them, hey, this is how much I can ship your item for you, and then I have unlimited amount of trucks that I can ship it for you. And then of course they come in, they take a contract also with the trucking company, these big guys, Swift or Snyder's, 10,000 trucks. Each of those, they have different contract, the brokers with each of those companies, and then the broker will give it to them for agreeable prices. I'm talking about shipper will give the broker the price of whatever they agree upon, and then the broker will sell it to the trucking company for cheaper. And a lot of these trucking company also will sell it to other trucking companies for even cheaper prices, and things going down the hill from there. And that's why I think the market is very low right now. There's a lot of issues happening, and stay tuned. I hope this is helpful.